My vows have a couple sections: intro to writing, story time, the mushy stuff, the actual vows, the conclusion, and a final note. My love, I am finally sitting down to write this to you 2 days before the wedding, feeling very stressed and anxious about everything, and the stormy weather threatening to cancel our wedding party mingling tonight is not helping. But you are. You are actively reminding me of why I said yes to forever with you. You're doing everything in your power to help, cleaning the house in case we have to move the event to the house, giving me time and space to write my vows, and doing it all without any grudges or attitude. You provide me with a peace of mind that I'm not unjumbling life alone anymore. When life gives me lemons, you help me make some pretty sweet lemonade. You ground me when I feel like I'm about to lose it. And that is one of the many reasons I love you. And in this book, or letter, I would like to list a few more, if we have time. Story time! When I first met you, I would have never guessed that the guy with the really soft hair and the really pretty eyes, whose name was either Matt, or Dom, or Connor, or Nick, would become the favorite part of my life. And then we started hanging out more, and I started to realize how good you always looked. No matter the occasion, you always dressed so well. And you still do. The closer we got, the more I realized what a servant heart you have, and I quickly grew to appreciate all the times you ended up taking care of dying Martha. My impression of you only keeps growing in all the best ways, because you never cease to surprise me with how terrible your sense of direction truly is, aka Zorro, but also how much you're willing to sacrifice out of your love for me. I want to spend every day getting to know you more and more, and I want to know you more than anyone else could possibly know another person. Now for the mushy stuff. Matt, you gave me a home before we even got a house. Moving to the States was hard, and it was no secret that it wasn't my favorite thing. I remember never calling Oklahoma my home, even though I had lived here for 4 to 5 years. I would always refer to my apartment as a place where I slept. But that changed as we got closer, and I started looking forward to being in Tulsa, because I had someone to come back to. Falling for you wasn't like falling at all. It was like walking into a house and suddenly knowing that I was home. I grew up believing that you know you're in love when home becomes a person and not a place, and that is exactly what you are to me, home. You came into my life when my world felt like it was falling apart, but little did I realize that it was actually falling into place, with you being one of the centerpieces. You not only accepted me and all my weirdness, but you embraced it and joined me in it, and sometimes surpassed me in it. You're my personal heater, my cheerleader, my fitness partner, my wrestling opponent, my adventure buddy, and so much more. If I only made one good decision in my life, it was a decision to trust you, and God, with my heart. Though, in all honesty, I think you just stole it without either of us knowing. And now for the vows. You know, it's not easy being the best thing that has ever happened to you. But I know that by your side is where I belong, so I'm up for the challenge. I vow to always fight for you, especially when you cannot fight for yourself. I vow to be your family, your biggest fan, your greatest supporter through the good and the bad, your camping partner, your cuddle buddy, and your forever best friend. Sorry, Lisa. I vow to always help you find your way, metaphorically and literally, and to continue to challenge you to be the best version of yourself. I vow to honor you each and every day, to laugh with you, to cry with you, to sing songs in the car with you, to stay loyal to you, and to never give up on you. I vow to try my best to never go to bed angry with you, or to make you sleep in the doghouse, aka the cat's room. I will walk beside you and help you succeed in all that you set your heart on. I will tend to you when you are sick and look after you when you have a little too much to drink. I will be the loudest person in the room, so I can make sure your voice gets heard too. And now for the conclusion. Matt, I love you unconditionally, and I vow to keep loving you with all that I am, with all of my raw, pure love, and not hold any of it back. So today, in front of all the people that mean the most to us, I say I do to forever with you, Matthew Joseph Moffat. P.S. I love you, Smorst.
Martha, the time I've spent getting to know you and living life with you over the last 2 years has been the best time of my life. Ever since that fateful day when you almost died in the river multiple times, my life has changed. Well, I guess it took longer than that since we didn't even start hanging out until like 6 months later. And as you know, it took a lot for you to beat out Johnny as my best friend. But now, it's obvious to me that there is no one that can ever even come close to knocking you out of that position. You're my person in my home now, and the prospect of getting to live the rest of my life with the person I love most in this world is more exciting than I ever thought it would be. And yes, when I say living the rest of my life with you, that includes every time you surprise me by sticking your cold hands and feet on my stomach, every time you try in futility to wrestle me, knowing that full well that I'm stronger than you and you will inevitably accidentally get hurt, every time you use unclearly sarcastic comments that you think people will know are sarcastic, and all the other quirky things you do that make you you. All of those things are just additions to the already extensive list of reasons why I love you. Even though you make me do all of your basic math, you are definitely smarter than me in so many ways, and you are more organized than I could ever hope to be. The things that I'm helpless at doing, you excel in. You bring me up constantly and help me grow. And you are kinder and more caring than you ever give yourself credit for, and you're more beautiful than I think you can even allow yourself to believe. But I see it. I see it every day. And I want to keep seeing it every day for the rest of my life. I love you for all of those things, your beauty, your heart for others, your mind, and your quirkiness. I love all the time I get to spend with you, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Every day is a gift when I'm with you, whether we're going on camping or hiking adventures, traveling to new places together, or just sitting at home, eating Dominoes and watching One Piece. I can't wait for all the trips, adventures, fun times, and even the hard times that we will have together. Life is going to keep changing for us, and I know that sometimes it'll be hard, but I'm confident that together we can get through anything. So with that, and with our friends and family here with us, I vow that from this day forward, I will never leave your side. Metaphorically, not physically. You leave me physically all the time. I will always support you and help you grow in your endeavors. I will always tell you the truth about how I feel, and I'll always be genuinely me with you. And if I don't, you can call me out. I will be with you through the thick and thin. I will take at least mediocre care of you when you're sick, but don't worry, I'll get better over time. I will rely on you to give me directions on where we're going. I will always do the dishes, and maybe less timely, the laundry. I will plan and make financial decisions that you don't want to deal with, and I will explain your benefits to you whenever you want. I will do my best daily to relieve your stress and help you with everything you need help with. But most of all, I vow to every day show you and the rest of the world how much I love you and that I will always be there for you. Just like Scott Pilgrim, it's you and me against the world. I'm so excited to be married and to experience everything the future has in store for us. Yeah, lub lub dibby in my